Nothing quite defines a season like seizing an opportunity. The opportunity that comes when the #1 team in the country comes into your house and you have an opportunity to stake your claim to one of those coveted playoff positions. Welcome to Sooner Nation in Gaylord Family Oklahoma Memorial Stadium, as we'll see the national champions from last year, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the 25th ranked team in the land, the Oklahoma Sooners. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Sooners will put total leather to crank us up. And he's coming out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Georgia's offense will be first on the attack. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power. All those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
And he was drilled just as he released the... It's incomplete. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot. Every single week, that play had zero shot. They got to do a better job up front, creating some running lanes. The running back, before he could go anywhere, getting tackled, nowhere to go.
He rifles one deep down the middle.
Well, this defense was ready for goal balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Got a man, it's White. There was running room there, but he needed another step or two to make it to the 40 and move those chains. It's 4th down. They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you square your prominent jawline and go straight ahead to get it.
Man, when I was at Florida, Steve Spurrier would wait for this opportunity in a game's 4th and inches, and he'd signal in Red Snoopy. Quarterback sneak. It works every time.
Georgia going back to work with another 1st down. On the option. He'll toss it. Got the 1st down and more. Shoved out of bounds after a big gain. They'll mark it at the +42. And those hairy dogs taking a bite out of another 1st down.
You don't usually find Georgia teams that complicate things. They know who they are, and it starts with running the football, establishing the line of scrimmage. That's what the dogs do.
I mean, you just can't teach and coach big D tackles to be that quick. I mean, he shot right out of his stance, beat the offensive lineman, and he was in the backfield before the O-line even knew it.
Throws to the wideout. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. A dangerous cover man and a dangerous... man after the pick as he gets it all the way to the 44-yard line. They send the tight end in motion. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Quickly to the tight end. Dragged down, but they'll move this. First down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Sends it back in motion. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. And they pick just a few on that completion. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Let's go. Give to the back. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Just drives it between the uprights. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Works his way ahead for 3. They'll spot it at the 18. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking to pass. It's Stockton. Got a man. It's White. At the 35, he's got room. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down. At the end of the period, Oklahoma has the lead. We put 1 in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. They've got a first down here to open the period. To the ground with the back. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Fires to the tight end. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple. And the Bulldogs now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Going to swing it on second down. Oh, it goes right through his hands. They had everything set up on the screen except the catch. It'll be third down. They're about to snap it for the 7th time on this drive. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Great job by the defense dialing out some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds his man. It's White. He's knocked out of bounds, and he still had a long way to go, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. They'll get this drive started from their own 45-yard line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Those screen plays, you really want to sell it. get it to your running back and get him to the second level. Get him running full head of steam on a safety, on a linebacker. He almost got going, but just got tackled.
Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. And the Sooners will try to pin them back with the punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. All the way back to the 15. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Back to pass, it's Stockton. Rushes on him. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Looking to fire. That's caught. It's Frazier. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Finds his tight end. He's brought down right at the 30-yard line. That's short of first down yardage. Fourth down is coming. This could absolutely spin this game in another direction. They're going for it inside their own 30. Finds his man. It's White. They get him out of bounds. Couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. This offense has been sluggish, to say the least, but finally they're on the move on first and 10.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good game, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
The Bulldogs will snap it on first and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the grab. It's White. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Dogs in a good spot here with second and short. Using his legs, it's Hansen. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. Now the pitch. Fights off the defender. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection.
And you kind of thought in that situation QB might keep it, but makes the right read. Gets it to the pitch man, and what does he do? Gets downhill. Get downhill and get that first down. New set of downs. Nice execution on the option by this offense.
Ball in plus territory. First and 10, under a minute to go. We might get a touchdown before halftime. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that's what makes this defense so difficult to run against. They've got guys up front that just push offensive linemen backwards.
Going for it all. Oh, man, almost picked off in the end zone. What a red zone stop that would have been. It's third down.
And that was another ball thrown in harm's way. And this young man, he already has one interception. That was almost the second. Just playing a little bit loose with the football. Let's make sure we get that dialed in. We can't make those mistakes. Hard to win games when you make big mistakes.
The offense changing the play. Back to throw, it's Stockton. Quarterback just flat missed it, incomplete. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. And that is no good. And after the miss, they're still down by a field
sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. One more snap coming before juice boxes and orange slices. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one from Norman so far. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big, fat W. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Memorial Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. Ready to get things going here in the second half as Georgia about to kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Tatum. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Wheeler. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. The Sooners can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass. That's caught. It's Black. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
It's definitely the wide receiver's job to create space, right? So whether you're running a go or you're running a hitch like this right here, I got to find a way to push off legally or just create a little bit of space to get some positive yards.
The Sooners decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. The toss sweep to the right. Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
They're working that left side. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
What a weapon this guy is, right? The tight end position, not only can he get open, he can run away from people after the catch. He's a big dude, so he's hard to bring down anyway, but the speed is what makes him different.
He's got it. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking for a man. It's Stockton. Big fella moving. Touchdown Bulldogs! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
And they cap off the drive with a touchdown, throwing the football. In the last play, they got the explosive. They get right back to the line of scrimmage and dial up another one. Great work by the quarterback and his target being on the same page. These last 2 plays, throwing the football, man, it doesn't get any better than that.
And the returner will be brought down. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. They haven't really been able to line up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Off play action on first down. He'll pull it down and run. And he moved it slightly forward. Defense played it well. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Flies it out of the air. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
I I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receiver somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. And the Sooners will line up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going, and something can start to build.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Scanning the field, it's Stockton. The short hands, it's White. Turning it on! He goes out of bounds across the 25, mark it at the 24, and this defense, its head is spinning. All the way down to the 25-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Blast his way ahead, but not much room. A pickup of 1 to the 24.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just clear passing game.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter and sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the 3rd. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. This offense believes you are given 4 downs for a reason. You've got to use all of them. 2 for 3 so far today. It's complete. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? To the air on 1st down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Sategna. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. A 1st down for the offense. Out of the gun. The running back has it. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Sooners trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. With the catch, it's Wheeler. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw 1st down.
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. The Sooners will punt it away on 4th down. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. He'll field the punt. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Palmer, now use it against them.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to get the perfect play on just to get a 1st down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking downfield, it's Stockton. Gets open down the middle. He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a first down and a pickup of 10. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Smart move to keep it on the ground.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
Second down, he'll throw it. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. From the gun, wants to pass. That's reeled in. It's White. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. There to stop him after a pickup of 1 to the 22.
This offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Not a chance. Missed it. Guys, after the miss, still up by 4. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Looking downfield on first down. Pocket breaking down. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. Working well behind the sticks on second down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Pulls it in, it's Black. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. And the Sooners are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. 4th down, gotta have it here. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. And they'll take a knee. What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads. Hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the 4th quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team they find a way to get things done. That's why they're ranked where they're at. And I expect this team to stay in contention for the college football playoff because they're proving week in and week out they're a really good squad.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jeff